responsible for our signal processing range of products, which includes switches, scalers, converters and multiviewers, including our award-winning CORIOView products. The largest part of the range is our video processor, CORIOmaster. A single device can connect to almost any kind of display, and we're completely agnostic, so we can function as an integral part of many installations. There are currently 4 CORIOmaster models in the family, ranging from the Micro with 3 option module slots, the Mini with 6, and the Master itself with 16 slots. CORIOmaster 2 is the latest product in the family and is a very powerful high bandwidth 4K video processor, which along with its wide range of input and output modules is fully configurable and capable of multiple video applications.
Stadiums at first glance appear to be all about the sports game that's happening in the centre, but you've got to remember stadiums are a complete village and there's lots of stuff going on in front and behind the scenes. So we've got a short video that my colleague Alex has made up to explain the CONECT part of that story. So joined by Darren Gaffey, who's our product manager for the Corio family. Hey, Darren, how are you?
Hi, Mark. Happy to be here.
Yeah,
thanks.
It's great. Yeah. So this is an application. I think what we'll do is if we focus, we'll focus on a couple of applications. And I think this is Lexus Lounge. I think you know a lot more about it, but this is in an ice hockey stadium.
That's right, yeah. It's called the Bridgestone Arena, Nashville. And actually, as you mentioned, this wall, it's a big direct view LED wall by a company called Pixelflex, and it's a curved wall. And it pretty much stretches the entire length of this lounge. Now, this lounge, the Lexus Lounge, is a VIP lounge for the arena. And it's a exclusive lounge. It has around 450 seats for members, and it's kind of unique because of the experience that this video wall offers the people in there. This lounge is at rink level, or presenter level as they call it, and the VIPs that are in there. It also is used for the players when they play the ice hockey to actually walk through this lounge and get onto the rink. So they have to actually go through the lounge, which gives the people in there an experience to be close to the players and other VIPs that may be in the room. So stadium itself, as you mentioned, Mark, is a kind of multifunctional space. You called it a village, and that's true because there are lots of different applications going on in a stadium, and tvONE are involved in all of those different applications in some way. And in here, we're involved with this wall. This wall is being driven by one of our CORIOmaster products, CORIOmaster Mini. And there are several reasons why it's used. You may say, well, why need a video processor here? Well, the experience in this lounge has to be good. It has to be top notch. And what they're doing here is during the games of the ice hockey, they're actually streaming or taking the video from SDI cameras. There are actually 3 of them that show a panoramic view of the rink during the games. So the key on this wall is to, first of all, have a great picture quality, but also important is low latency. And CORIOmaster provides that. The last thing you want is for the audio, the sound that they can hear from the rink and the video that they're watching on this display being disconnected. So it's very important to have that. And also CORIOmaster is a flexible product, as I mentioned in my sort of video clip, and That means that we can have different in and out modules and connect directly to pieces of equipment. So from here, we can take the SDI feeds directly into a CORIOmaster and output directly to the wall controller that's controlling this wall using native connectors. And that just, again, reduces the possibility for increased latency on these things. It reduces the number of points of failure in these places. And lastly here, because this is a multifunctional space, this arena's stadium is also used for other sports, basketball specifically. And it's also a music venue, because it's Nashville. It's one of the top music venues. And so it's used for a lot of concerts. So this space has to be multifunctional. We have to have different content that appears here. So windowing becomes important. The content's coming from different places. That's all controlled with different presets on CORIOmaster.
And you say it's multi-purpose space. The second example I wanted to briefly talk about is FC Barcelona, because my understanding this is for press days, but also used for other purposes as well to get the maximum use out of the system.
That's right, yeah. So FC Barcelona football, as we say, soccer in the US, is another application. Still stadium, but it's a very different kind of application here. They're using a 4x3, I believe, full HD LCD video wall for this application. So completely different type of display, different setup. But again, we can drive this easily with CORIOmaster. And in this case, it's a CORIOmaster bigger chassis because we have 12 outputs. Now, this is used for pre and post match press conferences, and it's also used for other things as well, such as presentations, training, and other events that they might want to run into this space. And the way that they're driving it for the press conferences, at least, is they're using a couple of 4K 60 source windows and some other windows as well. And the reason they're using the 4K 60 there is because the resolution of the content shown needs to be good. If you look at the picture below there, with one of our colleagues, Fritjof, sitting there, he's in front of the panel of corporate logos, and they're the sponsors of the club. So when those sponsors look at that, they want to see their logo properly shown in high resolution, high quality, and also the best color quality that we can do. So that's why there are two side-by-side 4K images there. And the other windows are showing the FC Barcelona logo, and also they can show canned and live content from the games and from other presenters on this wall as well. So all of that can be controlled, as you can see there in the bottom left picture, by a control console, kind of like a live event is. And they can trigger different layouts in CORIOmaster to actually produce those images. And also key to this, a couple of key things actually. One is that often these things are broadcast on television. So the wall has to be synchronized with the television cameras, which we can do. And also transitions and effects have to be very smooth. There's nothing worse in these places than some kind of clunky chop off to black or some kind of clunky distortion as something happens. So it has to be smooth, it has to look good. And that is all provided by CORIOmaster.